Hello, everyone. My name is Zohar Bronfman. I'm co-founder and CEO of Pecan AI. We bring the capabilities of predictive modeling and predictive analytics to all organizations out there. Whether you're a BI analyst, a data analyst, or just a data practitioner, you don't have the data science experience, the machine learning knowledge, the Pecan platform is the best solution for you. So why is democratizing AI so important? There's obviously so much buzz around AI. Everyone are talking about generative AI, large language models, and how AI can bring value to organizations. And in fact, as we all know, AI is going to be huge. Everyone are going to invest in it. Everyone are investing in it, and it's only increasing in scope and in spend. However, the capabilities of AI, especially the ones that are related to predictive AI, are still kept to a relatively small group of individuals, the so-called data scientists. While data scientists are obviously amazing because they have all the knowledge and the expertise, there are usually not enough data scientists for all the organizations out there. So we've built Pecan with the purpose of allowing other data practitioners to build, deploy, and use state-of-the-art AI models and create predictions for their organizations to optimize on the value that AI can bring. Traditionally, building a predictive model is extremely hard. Why building a predictive model is so hard? Mainly for three reasons. First and foremost, it is extremely hard to deal with the data. Predictive models that create some kind of prediction about the future, like which customer is going to churn, what is the future lifetime value of my customers, what is the best lead scoring, what is the likelihood to convert, what is the future revenue, what is the future demand, and so on and so forth. They all draw on the internal organizational data. However, the data as it resides within the organization is not AI or predictive modeling ready. It requires a lot of engineering, cleansing, structuring, harmonization, normalization, feature engineering, feature selection, and the list goes on and on. You can see it right here. There are so many different steps that pertain only to data engineering. Then there's the data modeling, the data science. How do I actually choose the best performing model that will yield the maximal predictive accuracy, and so on and so forth? And lastly, you have to be able to tie the model very tightly to the ongoing business process and use the predictions in the best way possible. So those three elements, data engineering and data prep, data science and data modeling, and prediction deployment and model evaluation and monitoring, are the three pillars that require a lot of expertise. The nice thing about Pecan is that we've been able to automate those three pillars so that anyone who knows their data can go ahead and build a model end to end. Okay, let's talk about why. Why should anyone care about actually building a predictive model? You might say, well, I have some AI running, creating some content for me. I have some code being generated by Gen AI. Why should I actually think about doing predictive modeling? The answer is that the highest proven ROI that comes from AI to this date has come from predictive modeling. Reason being, predictive modeling takes an existing business process. For example, 10% promotional discount you give to some of your customers. It takes that process and it leverages your data to maximize the outcome, which is obviously revenue and retention for that process. So it basically predicts which of the existing customers should get the 10% promotion. And obviously, this is only just one example. So many different processes within your marketing, operations, sales, supply chain, finance are all driven by human generated rules and business logic. And those rules could be improved by the models that will take all of your data into consideration and will find formulas that humans just cannot. So let's understand what it means to actually build a predictive model with your data without knowing data science using the Pecan platform. So there's just only a few steps. Step number one, you connect your data. Eventually, the predictive signal, the signal that we used for your business optimization, sits within your data. The platform is great in extracting that signal from your data, but it has to be connected to your data. Connectivity is seamless. You can throw CSVs to the platform, but you can also connect it directly to your raw data sources. Your BigQuery, your Redshift, your Databricks, your Snowflake, your SAP. It doesn't really matter. As long as it's a classic data source, the Pecan platform has innate connectors. They would connect directly to your data and they will extract the data by themselves. The platform will conduct the ETL process, so there's no need of any engineering. Step two is maybe the sexiest part of the entire game here, because it's step two, you actually kick in your business hat, your business savviness. This is where you define what you're actually trying to solve for. For example, you can say, I want to predict which of my customers is going to use a 10% promotional discount. I want to predict which of my customers is going to churn. I want to predict the future lifetime value of my customer, or I want to predict whether a specific transaction is fraudulent. It doesn't matter. You have the business use case in mind. You understand what you're trying to accomplish. You tell it to our agent in natural language, and our agent, our copilot, helps you define and refine your specific predictive question in a formal language that makes sense for the machine. From that, it will be able to derive the relevant data processes and modeling processes to support the end outcome. After you're done with connecting the data and providing the predictive question, the platform would go ahead and do all of the data engineering, all of the data modeling, and will train a proprietary model for your data. A model that, for example, predicts customer lifetime value. Then you need to assess how well the model was able to predict that specific question. So there is a set of dashboards within the platform that tells you how well the model performs. There are various ways of measuring it. The platform makes them accessible to the business user, to the data user, to the person that doesn't have the data science and the statistical background to evaluate the model by themselves. By the end of this process, you should be at a position where you say, I understand the model, I trust the model, and I think the model performs well. I'm ready to use it. Last but not least, after you connected your data, defined the predictive question, trained the model, and evaluated it, the final step would be actually deploying the predictions into your ongoing business process. Now, traditionally, it's extremely hard to deploy models because it requires ML operations and ML engineering. But with the Pecan platform, all of that is done automatically. So you'll basically designate a new table in one of your data sources, and it will be incrementally updated on an ongoing basis with your predictions. So imagine you have a table which calls likelihood to convert by Pecan, and it will basically add for every day, for every customer, what is their likelihood to convert. And from that data that is being built in your table, you can then feed it to your CRM, to your email marketing platform, or to any other platform you want to use that specific predictive score you got from the model. One example would be deploying the predictions coming out of the model directly into your CRM. So imagine you have, for example, Salesforce, and you just have a new field within your Salesforce screen that tells you what is the likelihood that a specific account is going for an upsell. That field is being populated automatically by the predictive model you've been able to build on the predictive Pecan platform. So let me quickly summarize. Pecan was built from the get-go for non-data scientists, for people who are data savvy, business savvy, and want to create predictions and advanced analysis to support their business processes without having any data science or machine learning background. The platform automates everything end to end. This means you can get predictions and AI in a matter of days. It requires no code, it digests your data directly, and it deploys the predictions directly back to any source you're interested in. So it's very easy, it's very fast, and it's very, very powerful. Get ready to see incredible business results using the Pecan platform. Thank you so much for being with me. I'm happy to be able to tell you a bit about the Pecan platform. If you're interested, scan the QR code and get a demo with us. We'll be more than happy to show you more of the platform.